I've been watching so many influencers with personal finance channels, and they get a lot of subscribers and sponsorships, so I'm going to try it too. I followed all the tips and tricks from the most popular influencers in creating their YouTube channels, but my subscriber count is nowhere near any of them after the first year. What am I missing? Well, what makes your channel unique? Does that matter? There's a large audience interested in personal finance. Yes, it does. People watch the top influencers because they like to watch them, not necessarily their content. It's important to have a compelling backstory or qualifications so that people will want to watch your videos. Sounds like I need to reevaluate. Well, I could talk about the story of how I went from $1 in the bank to a net worth of $100,000 in just 3 years. That works. I have 5 years of software engineering experience in Python, C++, and Java, and I'm looking for a software development role. Great. So what can you bring to the team? I bring experience in embedded software development and working with FPGAs and microcontrollers. So in the middle of both hardware and software. Yes, but I meant what else can you bring to the team? Well, I've always been someone who values mentorship. I've been mentoring college students on course selection and getting internships the past few years, as well as I mentored an intern in my last job. I hope to continue mentoring junior engineers in this new role, as well as have several mentors help me in my career growth as well. I totally agree with you. Helping each other succeed is one of our company's core values. Great, you'll hear back from us very soon. People are so hyped about crypto. I'm going to create an app that lets users trade crypto without paying commissions or fees. That already exists. Robinhood is known for zero commission trades. Then all other brokers followed suit. What makes your product different? This product will also allow users to send crypto to friends and family. Also exists. Venmo, PayPal, and Coinbase can do that. How about a platform that makes it easy for businesses to accept crypto as payment? That's not as common. I think you're getting somewhere and getting the idea. There's no guarantee for success, but give it a shot. We got 3 different scenarios, but the main idea is the same. Uniqueness makes you successful. I'm Alex, and welcome to my channel Sinspiration, where I inspire you to develop a growth mindset. My channel's content focuses on self-growth, personal finance, career development, and education so that you can become your best self. Now, before I started YouTube, I thought very carefully about what my niche is going to be, because it is very important that it is unique and not like those of popular content creators. At the end of this video, you're going to start thinking about what makes you unique and special. These can be paths towards success for you specifically. Last month, I attended the Computer Vision Pattern Recognition Conference in Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada. It is one of the most prestigious academic conferences in computer science based on the H-index, which is a metric that measures the number of papers by a particular author and the number of citations. I work with enabling customers and developers to build AI applications using my company's hardware and software. And this conference was an opportunity for me to showcase our technology, evangelize, and also network with researchers, engineers, and product managers. Along the way, I met a colleague that taught me something that switched on a light bulb in my mind. Apparently, someone on his team submitted a proposal to CVPR in 2022, but it got rejected. However, this year, the same proposal got accepted. Wait, how is that possible? Obviously, it wasn't exactly the same. Last year, it was showcasing how fast an imaging application ran on our hardware and optimized software. This year, it's the same imaging application, except it also features a robotic arm. A robotic arm at a computer vision pattern recognition conference. That immediately stood out to the demo selection team, and the acceptance rate this year was only 25.78%. Most of us are familiar with ChatGPT. It works quite well and has given pretty good answers. Its public release sparked an AI rush centered around generative AI. Now, professors and researchers are publishing papers as soon as possible to start receiving credit and endorsements. While many got accepted, one of the keynote features actually exposed the limitations of ChatGPT. Did you know that ChatGPT sometimes incorrectly multiplies 3-digit numbers, and the error rate increases significantly on multiplying 4-digit and 5-digit numbers? Now that's a unique find, and one of the factors that this professor was featured as a keynote. Seriously, ChatGPT isn't the best at everything. A calculator is still the best device for arithmetic. When submitting papers and demos to conferences, emphasize what makes yours unique and novel, different from the thousands of other submissions. That will maximize your chances of getting accepted. This also applies to getting job offers. Don't you just hate it when you and another candidate have almost identical qualifications and passed the interviews, but the other person got the offer and not you? No point in complaining, arguing, or telling yourself you messed up your interview because you didn't. Instead, focus on highlighting your strengths and aspects that very few people have. Maybe you worked in a particular field or industry, developed a relevant product or service, acquired certain skill sets, led a team to success, oversaw a project, or mentored exceptional peers and subordinates. Some of these are exactly what the hiring team or manager is looking for a particular role or a type of person that fits the culture. That's for the resume screening part. The major screener is the technical questions. Just like everyone else, you have to pass the technical questions using your textbook knowledge and work experience. But during the behavioral questions, your answers can be unique. Talk about what inspired you to pursue your current career. What excites you the most about this job or company? And what were the challenges that you had to overcome to get to where you are today? Your answers should be personal, and you can learn more about how to ace behavioral questions in my older video. Starting your own side hustle takes initiative. No one's going to tell you what to do or just give you funding to go and do it. It takes courage, patience, and motivation to start a thriving side hustle or business. If the product you're selling or the service you're providing is not that much different from those of the big players, why should customers try it? You can probably get by with lower pricing in the short term, but the long-term survival of your side hustle or business depends on your connections, reputation, and how unique your product or service is. Most of the time, it really just takes good service, delivery, quality, and respect to earn the trust of your customers. Ultimately, the product or service you're providing does have to solve a problem in people's lives, or at least make it better. It doesn't have to be tech. It can be art, food and drink, e-commerce, or even rideshare, just to name a few. If you're creating YouTube or TikTok videos or doing photography, find your niche, build your portfolio, then let the results play out. You can't control people to like your stuff, but you can help them see the value. If you don't know where to start in terms of identifying what makes you unique, you can observe successful people. Do some research on them, and you'll realize that all of them started out as ordinary people and are not always or that much smarter than you. But something led them to take the first step towards what they're famous for today. And from there, they continued to invest in themselves and what they were building until it could not be reproduced by others, until they were unique. You might think they just got lucky or got millions of dollars of funding from venture capitalists or family members. You hear about them in the headlines and the success stories. But these successful people spend a lot of their time expanding their knowledge and perfecting their craft. They didn't work 9 to 5s. They worked for as long as needed to get things done, to get results. Sometimes they didn't even get paid and had to dip into savings and emergency funds. I ask you to think about what makes you unique. Your strengths are a great start, but it'll be even better if they're your passions too. Uniqueness can lead to value propositions and markets that currently don't exist, and that's a growth opportunity. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, support me by hitting that like button and commenting below with your feedback. Subscribe to my channel to get updates on new videos, and check out my page for more content on how to grow your mindset. You've been inspired today. Stand out from the crowd and let out your own inner voice.